Hello, I'm doing a couple of things in the garden this year that I haven't done before, and I want to give you an update and perhaps ask your advice. Can you hear Molly dancing about on this floor? You want to go outside? Yeah, just hold on, let me shoot this little bit, then we'll go outside. Okay. Yeah, so two things I'd never done before. I was attempting for the first time, and I may need your help with this. Now the first one was to regrow celery from shop-bought celery. You'll have seen a number of videos on this, I would guess, if you're interested in the subject. Simply chop the bottom off some shop-bought celery, sit it in some water, let it develop some roots. Then if you want, plant it on. I planted it on into a yogurt pot, and then I planted it on into a 10-inch pot, and I've grown it on. Right, now the upshot of that is that you are not going to get any celery from that plant. You may get celery leaves, in fact you'll definitely get celery leaves, but you will not get any stalks of celery from that plant. Now we'll go out in the garden now. I'll show you how that plant's coming on. It's gone to seed. You know it's gone to seed if you saw my last video, because I told you that. But have a look at the size of this thing. Now what am I doing with it now? Nothing. I'm just leaving it to see what happens. But check the size of this plant out, and this is what you'll get if you do that with shop-bought celery and just let it run its course. But don't be expecting any celery at the end of it. Let's have a look at this. Okay, that was the celery. Fairly impressive plant, isn't it? Pretty useless, but fairly impressive. And I have no intention of taking seed, so don't suggest it. I have no intention of doing that. I've got packets with seeds in. I actually have some celery seeds, so I won't be taking seeds. Right, now we're going to go back outdoors. I've moved that celery out of the way now. And I've moved in a couple of onions that I've got. I got them given by a chap who shows onions, so these are a show onion, with the intention of seeding these onions, letting them go to seed and taking seed. So I actually want to take seed from these onions, and therein lies the problem. Now these onions are planted up in 10-inch water buckets. There's one onion in each 10-inch water buckets. There are two onions, so there are two 10-inch water buckets sitting in a recycler container. It's the only way I can keep them upright, and it's the only way I can keep them upright because they're so tall. I never expected this. I've never done it before, and it's taken me by surprise. And it was my intention actually at some stage to bring these guys back indoors. It's not going to happen. Wait till you see the size of these. And the other thing is, I didn't realise that each of those onions might throw up 2 seed heads. So there are 4 seed heads up there. There are flowers on them. If the buzzy bees are about, then they're getting pollinated, and at some stage they'll produce seed. And I'll have to think about how I'm going to catch that seed, and maybe that's where you can come in. Maybe you can give me some advice on that. But hey, I never expected these guys to grow this tall. let's check these onions out. Come on. Well, what did you think of that? Boy, those onions are tall, aren't they? Molly did follow me out. She's followed me back in now. I may have caught her on camera, I may not. But hey, what we're going to do with those onions, we're doing nothing with the celery, just letting it go. What happens, happens. With the onions, we want those flowers to be pollinated, we want them to produce seed, and I want to collect that seed. I want you to tell me the best way to do that. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is homegrown veg. Can you hear Molly singing in the background? She's enjoying herself. This is homegrown veg, signing out.